Hey everybody, welcome back to Stratego Freaks for another. Oh, hold on here. Let me fix this up. Another edition of the winner versus, and this is not what I'm looking for. Hold on. What a total disaster. Hold on one second, bro.
Rip in the chat. Rip in the chat.
All right.
You are live.
All right, we're live. And anyways, welcome back to Stratego Freaks for Game 3 of the winner versus Nemesis challenge match. Right now, winner is up 2-0. Some pretty nice games. The first game, winner clearly demonstrated he was top of the food chain and definitely outplayed. And the second one was a bit closer. And I'm assuming that tonight's game is going to be just as entertaining as the previous ones. And we'll see if Nemesis can crawl back into this and get a game tonight. I noticed in the last... Oh, by the way, I want to introduce again my co-host, Silverhammer. You want to say hi, Silver?
What up?
And,
what up?
Yeah. So I've been really enjoying Silverhammer's contribution to these matches, and this is something that we're probably going to be doing in the future regardless of who is playing. And clearly Silverhammer brings an energy and an insight and charisma to these streams, so I do appreciate you coming in here to promote the game, bud. So I'm going to tell you that again. I appreciate you, and I know our Stratego community does as well. So thank you.
Well, hey, I appreciate it, and it's always good to bring more content and just more attention to high level games or just the game of Stratego in general. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be on. It's a privilege to be here. So thank you.
Sweet. And one thing I wanted to mention in the last stream, we were both talking about Winner and how we played him, and the first game, one of the first games that I did win with him, we mentioned that, and he had said I had a 1 in 6 chance. And I don't know if you're listening, Winner, but I just wanted to clarify the situation on the board, which gave me, you say 1 in 6, I say 50-50. At move 200, you actually could have moved your sergeant over, corralling my minor. Now, I do believe that you were already down 2 captains in that position and didn't want to lose your sergeant because it was an unknown piece, especially an early minor. And the bottom line is, earlier in the match, just a few moves ahead, when you brought over and I wanted to make sure you understood my reasoning, you course corrected and brought over both your colonels in order to stop. And especially after I took your captain, I believe on the A8 square, you became very vulnerable, and you let me know when you migrated your pieces over. So when I got my minor down and you let it pass, I had already determined that your flag was on A10 or B10, and that was the decision I was just needing to make. So I took the risk with my captain taking your minor on B9 to get away the protector, and I happened to be right. So that was the 50-50, and when I brought my minor over, it was just mathematics at that point. So I just wanted to be clear you understood that the way you behaved earlier in the match is when I made my decision, and it was already done. Like 5 moves earlier, I was like, that's where it is, and that's where I'm going. And that was my reasoning. So just to be clear, that was my thought process. Anyways, getting back to tonight's game, what do you think? What do you think, Hammer? What's going to happen?
I don't know if you can hear me. Sorry, my mic's been acting weird recently.
No, I can hear you.
Yeah, I think, there's going to be some... by the way, welcome in the stream. 8 people here already. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Bruz, good to see you. Charlie and Smalley, good to see you. Say hi in the chat if you're here. But I think, I think Nemesis is going to be coming to a different approach this time. I think he's maybe started to slowly realize that Winner's not here to mess around.
No.
And
he never is.
Very seriously. and I think they both take it very seriously. Obviously, I never thought that they didn't. That's not what I'm trying to say with that. But like, obviously, like his usual tricks aren't working. What hats can we pull out, or what tricks can we pull out of the hat to, throw him off guard this game? So I'm expecting, at least from my point of view, when I think about players and like I recall my game with Zach 21. I had to use the most ridiculous setup to beat him. So maybe we see some tricks with some setup changes, something that Winter might not be expecting, because obviously these are two sharp players when it comes to Stratego, and these guys are definitely going to be playing their best. And typically when people play their best, they do a lot of theory, they do a lot of good setups. So maybe Nemesis might try to sneak in a sneaky setup here. I don't know. I think that, it's a risky, high risk, high reward type scenario. But nonetheless, or we could just see it in the way the play is generated.
Right.
Maybe Nemesis is even more aggressive and just tries to intrude on the setup more. It doesn't allow Winter time to create lanes or build or to react to the attacks. I don't know what could happen. All I know is that I don't think we're going to see the same game we saw a couple days ago.
Yeah, fair enough. It's really hard to say. All right, I'm going to click over. They're setting up right now.
Setting up?
Yep. And
All
I
right.
have Nemesis on my point of view on the bottom of the screen. Just to
Right. Yeah.
And once again, we're looking at Winter, who is sitting at 900 ELO. Let's just round up, and
Sure.
I believe he's been close to 1,000 before. We're talking about a guy that has set himself above the rest of the field, and there's no arguing that. So, in order to beat this guy, you're going to need to do what you said. Think outside the box, make some aggressive moves, get an advantage at some point, and then maintain it, which is the hardest part, because it always feels like you're on the edge of disaster when you're playing a really good player. And it's not just Winter. There's a lot of guys that know how to manipulate and make you second guess yourself. So it's really up to the decision in the moment, like those 50-50s, is luck a part of the game? Sure. But I think consistency, as we're seeing with the top 20 guys, if you're winning 60% of your games, even high 50s, you're a pretty damn good player. I don't care who you're playing. I mean, I'm always about like 50%. Regardless of the situation. So,
Right.
and that's just me, and it is what it is. But I think we can agree that the best players are good because they're just good. And I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they just have better intuition, setup reading, perhaps they know slightly more theory, or it's just, hey, they think about the game more. They, I mean, the top players, it's like relatable to the top chess players. The top chess players aren't the best because, they're just geniuses. Well, some of them maybe, like Magnus Carlsen maybe, but
no. Let's face it, bro. Those top, if you're a master in chess, you're borderline genius. And
that could be, and that's very much true. Yeah. I think though that there's a lot of repetition, though, a lot of studying.
Oh, without question.
a lot of preparation, right? And when it comes to Stratego, it's tougher because it's not so much, he moved this piece. What does this mean? Because you can see.
All
it.
right, we're underway. We are underway.
Yeah.
So let's stay focused as best we can.
Yep. So Scouts Exchange. By the way, and I can watch the game while I say this, but all-time high for Winter, 958 ELO.
Incredible.
Which was achieved on August 27th of last year. So the all-time highs have shifted downwards a little bit over the last year, I think, for just about everybody. Nobody's been at their all-time high the last few months or even this year. But interesting start here for Winter. Got a major in the center here. Anticipating a captain there from Nemesis, so definitely going to be an early advantage for him going into this game. So tough loss for sure.
Every piece important. So going down right now for sure is Okay. Discovery
Yeah,
pieces.
and this is kind of where I thought, Nemesis is going to be a little bit more aggressive in his play style because, I don't know, I haven't studied him too terribly long, but I don't know. At some point, it's like, well, if my normal game isn't working, what can I do to kind of spice it up a little bit? And
Right.
you know, getting that scout, it's just a scout, obviously, but like being that intrusive into the setup this early in the game is definitely. And here, and another
Good
piece here,
gen.
another captain, right? Very, very aggressive. Even if it doesn't seem like it's low risk, high reward type scenario, I suppose, with a captain there. But being down 2 captains for the general now, and it's pretty impressive. Very early general revealed here for winner. Not something you typically see in such a high level game. And now winner, he's kind of put a label on this general, naming the price almost of like, what is it going to take to snag this piece? Or what tricks are you gonna try to get me to retreat or whatever?
Oh, there's the
Oh,
gen revealed
and that
by
was a
both
starting
players.
6. That was a starting 6. So I believe, unless that came up from C3, I wasn't paying insane amount of attention. But
All right.
so wow, yeah, and here we go.
They're
This is what I'm
going
talking
in.
about. Nemesis just in there. Both generals inside the base of the other player, and maybe winner. And wow, a starting bomb there for Nemesis.
Yeah, that's untypical of
Very aggressive, honestly. Very aggressive bomb placement. And this is kind of what I was thinking. I mean, I'm not like some prophet or whatever, but at some point, at what point do you say, call back to the '80s and say we're not going to take it anymore? And I figured you'd get a laugh out of that one.
no doubt, bro. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing, though.
He's
Winner,
pressuring this gen.
Yeah, not even remotely close to out of the woods. And if he decides to call this and he's wrong, man, is he in a world of hurt. Because obviously there's only one piece, and now kind of forced him into a 50-50,
It's a 50-50.
actually. Wow, horrible spot for winner to be in already on the start of this game. The only thing he can save him is if he has a scout on F9.
Well,
he needs
he's
to fire
up the
that
2,
right now.
so he's up the 2 captains. So
He is, but that's not enough to lose. I don't think it's enough to lose your general.
No,
50-50.
but the point is that if he guesses correctly, then there's a real deficit here. So this is very exciting. Oh, that's a push.
Oh yeah. So the counter push
Right? Not allowed.
from winner, potentially stopping this 50-50. I think winner realizes his mistake already by putting himself in this scenario, and this could very well be a scout here, trying to see if the D4 piece is a falsehood.
Oh yeah, this is a great counter move by winner.
Yeah.
This really, really makes things interesting here.
Yeah, pressuring the own general back into the base because this could easily be a scout when the general goes to C3 here, figuring out if the D4 is in fact the marshal.
Yeah.
Or if it's the bluff. And if it is the bluff, he can stave off for at least a little bit longer, to figure out another tactic that he can do to get out of this situation. And there it goes. And it was a scout.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a great move by winner.
Yeah, but unfortunately, in the opinion of myself, I mean, I think you'd prefer to find the marshal there actually, because now he's going to be forced into another 50-50 here already. I mean, winner can maybe kind of maneuver his general a little bit and kind of figure something out here. Make it slightly tougher for Nemesis to get this in, but
right.
But winner is by no means out of the woods yet.
That was a good move. It was a real good move.
That was definitely a good move by winner. It's pretty much the only move he had if he didn't have a scout on F9.
He's looking to exchange right here.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he can push D3, though, because could easily be a third-rank marshal. So he really can't go much further than this square he's on right now, in my opinion.
Right.
Because this all could be a ruse by Nemesis the reverse bluff to sort of like, make Winter a little bit more comfortable. And yeah, I would not be allowing any trades of any sort at this current juncture because Winter is definitely in a tough spot regardless. Any piece could be the Marshall.
Right.
And he is going to push here, which is just insane. I mean, he's basically going to get out of jail free card here. But
another captain. Really pushed him.
Yeah. The Nemesis is really going to have to convert this massive material knowledge advantage. We got a captain, a colonel, a general, and I believe a major known for Winter. So he's really going to have to convert.
Yeah, I think that push with the scout, really putting himself in the mind of Nemesis, and that's what every Stratego player needs to realize. You need to be thinking what your opponent is thinking. And that pressure, at that moment, if that is his Marshall, the gen is gone. And that was a very aggressive play. But this is the learning piece that all Stratego players should know. Once again, I think this is a great example of how to play this game. You've got to get into the mind of your opponent and put the pressure on them to make the decision. And he did a great job there. And so, kudos to
no doubt, no doubt. Being down 3 captains, never a good scenario to be in. And I think Winter, I believe this is the major pressing this in the main file here, but get the colonel and the general. No, colonel and general.
It was a spy there. Okay.
Scout, yeah.
Scout, I mean.
Yeah. So a lot of information Nemesis needs to keep track of now.
Right.
We have a straight on the board, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for all the pieces. I gotta convert some terms in there from poker, but yeah. So 5, a lieutenant, captain, major, colonel, and general all exposed for Winter currently. So a lot of considerations here.
Indeed.
And this is the general now coming back in for another piece. He's trying to gobble up some more pieces, and Nemesis might be ready. Nemesis general, of course, on D3 right now.
Indeed.
So,
I believe.
Unfortunately, I think there's just not. Oh man, it's so tough because at this point, Nemesis can't afford to give up a single other piece.
Right.
It's going to have to be, and I think Winter's going to use this to his advantage. That,
of course,
hey, if you're coming in with pieces, I know you're coming in with a good piece at this point, pretty much. And and here comes the general trying to get something. And man, this is This is going to be an interesting push here because, oh wow. This is the general on E4. Calling it. I think that's the minor there for Nemesis on E3, I guess.
I forget again.
I believe it's the minor on E3. So this piece could be the Marshall. Wow. Wow.
Okay, so Marshall.
I don't even know if that piece moved. It must have.
So that is now the big piece is in Nemesis's favor, but he is down a considerable amount of material here. So
and has exposed the Marshall.
Yeah, very challenging. He's going to need to get rid of that spy, and really make a move. I believe that at some point Nemesis is going to have to make a judgment call. And
that colonel was not known either.
It wasn't.
So
wow, that was ballsy.
There's no way it was. There's no way.
Okay.
So this is considerate because this is significant, I should say, because that's probably the best case scenario for Winter because he also forced his colonel out of that 50-50.
Yeah.
Now, now that colonel is basically free rolling because
indeed
he knows that Although he has to be a little careful here. I'm not quite sure why he's pushing this colonel so far up the board. I guess he could still retreat is the idea, but he could just the marshal and general for Nemesis are both known. So the marshal could easily come now and trap this colonel. I guess not, but it would be it would, especially now. Now that he's not on the inside file to retreat to the center, to like the protection of the marshal or something. This is really strange. I think this could be a mistake from Winter even, because otherwise he's forcing the reveal of his own marshal.
I guess that colonel was known, by the way.
It was known.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my mistake then.
No.
But even still, I think that's a good play. Then that was a good play by Winter. But I think this is a mistake because the idea now is he might not have enough time to do this. So like Nemesis could really pressure this colonel. All he really needs to do is get his marshal over there, and he should be able to trap this colonel. Like even if he retreats up the board, if he doesn't have enough moves to effectively move that lieutenant out of the way, then I don't see how he saves his colonel.
Right.
And I think that's what I think that Nemesis maybe realizes that. I don't know. And there's really no reason not to trap this colonel because Marshal General already known. So unless he's worried about a massive counterattack in the center, which, okay, that's insane, by the way. This, maybe Winter, he knew that Minor. I think he just wanted to take the piece to exchange because he knows that his colonel's trapped.
Yeah.
I think is why this is happening. So if he doesn't, essentially. Interesting plays, man.
Which makes me believe that these these two, that's a brutal trade there, but I guess it had to happen.
Yeah. So we're a general for a colonel down to 3 captains, though.
That's the brutal part. There's going to have to be some lottoing on Nemesis's part at some point in this game for sure.
Yeah. Winter's got to be loving his mages right now because they're just going to be activated really aggressively now. Because
sure.
Even if you sack at this point in time, or even a captain's, honestly, to a lesser degree, because I don't know, like even if you lose a major, finding the last colonel, are you really sad, honestly, if you get a piece or 2 for it? I don't think you are, because the 3 captains is still very significant. By the way, welcome Marcy in the chat. Welcome everyone. Make sure you leave a like on this stream for some very high-level gameplay here. And kind of calling back to the start of the stream, Mantis, I think that's exactly what we saw. I think it's crazy to see because, oh, wow. So there's the other colonel for Nemesis there.
Coming up.
So, yeah, coming up, man. Charging in. And really, Winter might have to reveal another colonel.
I believe a major is still on E8. If I'm correct.
It's either E8 or it's the piece that just moved, actually.
No, I think E8 is the...
Oh, and here he comes to... Yeah, I think you're right, because here he comes to try and capture it, because this is going to be the only way he converts. What is significant, though, is that Nemesis does have an ultimate piece in this game now.
Right.
The general is unbeatable. So, because both the trade piece and the over piece are gone. So... he's kind of forcing Winter to expose, hey, where's your other colonel? Because otherwise this major is just completely dead.
Toast. But we'll see. We'll see.
Lieutenant on B9. Yes, that's a good call out, Bruce. We did remember the Lieutenant on B9 for Winter. Wow.
Okay.
That's a lotto. That is 100% a lotto. If that's moved, then call me Chris Kringle because I have absolutely no idea how I missed that.
Well, listen up, Chris.
Yeah, listen up. And I do like. This is good. The general is going to be the one to come across these pieces that haven't moved. So there's no trade options for Winter here. So I think this major's just dead. I don't think there's enough time. I think he gets it. He's going to even pick up the lieutenant on his way, which is good. He might have. This could be the colonel for no. Okay, so this major is just dead.
Bang.
All right, bang. There you go. So
good move by Nemesis, not wavering.
Yeah, and he could trap another piece here too. I don't know if the J7 is moved.
That's a good
bomb
scout.
there. Could be a good lotto. I don't know. It could be risky lotto here on F9. I don't think I can't imagine Winter would put two horizontal bombs like that. But again, we're seeing a lot of stuff that we weren't expecting from other player. And kind of what I was coming back to earlier is I think Winter kind of anticipated the extra aggressiveness of Nemesis in this game, and he kind of matched the play style a little bit.
Yeah, and that is so important when you're going. This was a best of 7 arranged match, so you're really you're trying to calculate game to game how your player is going to set up and how they're going to react. So whenever when I go into playing someone I know, I do a little bit of research, I do a little thinking, and then I make a game plan, and I usually stick to it. And then when I get a read, I go. And sometimes it's to my detriment, and sometimes it's to my success. So Winter's that type of guy. He probably came in thinking, this is what I'm going to do, and I'll course correct if necessary. Here we go. There's some action.
Oh, just some straight up lotto.
Bang.
Ooh! Bang! Bang goes away. Whoa, this is a massive mistake, though.
We're going to find out.
Oh, no. Nemesis. This is not good. He's two squared. He's 100% two squared. I don't understand. What's the tactic here? Did I miss something? Because
I'm not sure. You know what? I think it was possibly trying to, because he's up the major. What he's trying to do is get up in the lieutenants. And I think maybe that was his reasoning there. I can't be sure. And to take away attacking pieces to discover anything else. And that might be...
So Winter's calculating here because
exactly.
That major is currently two squared if Winter chooses. I think he's going to take the piece no matter what, but he's trying to consider why this happened. Maybe it's a reverse psychology. There's some chat saying flag B1 ? Which could very well be. But it also could be the reverse tell or the reverse bluff because it's possibly a bomb, in my opinion.
Right.
Because maybe Winter is going to be so... But the issue is it's not good because Winter's not going to be so naive to capture with Colonel. I think worst, he's losing a captain to B1.
Yeah,
I think more likely a scout to B1.
Yeah.
But maybe he had to stave off the attack to at least get a chance at the flag here or the wedge. And I think this could be a scout being shot to B1 right now. Because, it definitely needs to be scouted.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this is really rough, man. I think this is just unlucky for Nemesis, honestly, if this is actually his flag.
And it was not.
Oh, so maybe this was just... I don't know what that is then. I think he just... made a mistake then?
I'm not sure, bud. I really don't know.
I don't know. That's really weird. Maybe he's got that Silverhammer rage in him and he's just boiling.
That is definitely not Nemesis. He enjoys the game. Sure, he gets frustrated from time to time, but he's not a rage player.
We have a chatter in here saying Silverhammer is Nuba. That's insane. Okay.
So here we go.
I'm going to see everyone. 12 people in the chat right now. Leave a like on the stream, please. Please do so. So, probably a minor here. Yep. Okay, opening this bomb. Is it? Oh, boy. That sergeant is currently dead to rights. Nemesis, unfortunately, no scouts remaining, though. So,
yeah,
going to have to get another piece up the board to test. E10, unfortunately, because I don't think you are in even remotely positioned to risk a general on E10.
Even going down early,
my God!
Okay. That's wild.
Of course, these fucking dogs. Hold on, give me a second.
That was a wild hit.
Wow, that is criminal. That is a criminal hit, as we say. I mean, Winter potentially throwing the game.
No,
unless this is the flag. Or maybe this is the reverse bluff on Nemesis that E10 is the flag, but it's actually a bomb. That would be so sick.
Yeah, he has time. He doesn't need to go for it.
He's got plenty of time. I understand the hit on C1. I have literally no words for C1.
Well, I think these guys go with their reads and they go. and that's
You know what it is?
Yeah.
He was staving. That's what it must be.
Mm-hmm.
He was. It was a reverse bluff by Nemesis because he figured Winner was going to calculate that the lieutenant takes B1 and then takes over to C1 flag. That's what it was. Oh my gosh! What an incredible! I think that's the play. I would love a post game interview with either of these players if possible, but if not, whatever. That is an incredible play. That is like USA World Champion level play right there by Nemesis. I think that's what it is.
Nice.
I don't know if I'm explaining myself clearly enough. So takes with major intentionally two squaring to.
I mean, honestly, this game is. I'm confused. You know,
I think that was the intent though. Like I think the intent is that he knew Winner was gonna find B1, figured it was a minor, and then the only logic there is because it was a minor that could be captured by a lieutenant.
Yeah.
And he knew that Winner would take C1 flag. He had to take, and like I think that's what it is. I think that's the only. I think that's Winner's logic for hitting C1 though. And that it was a bomb, so it works in Nemesis' favor.
Dude, that's a lot.
I can't. Oh wow, major. So it had two majors there. That's insane.
Okay.
So, and again, that goes to show why he didn't take with that major.
Yeah.
A little bit.
That's wild.
Wow, man. I think that's the read. So, I prefer Nemesis in this position. 100%.
This is a high level game here.
I prefer Nemesis because now with that Colonel gone too. It's kind of bad.
Let me tell you that 3 captains is a real problem.
The captains are a problem, but he is up 2 lieutenants and a sergeant.
Fair enough.
Really, when you think about it, it is almost even. Man, he's coming down with this piece. He's really upset.
Well,
he's really upset.
He wanted to see.
Okay.
He wanted to see that.
Question mark? Dude, this is just insane. A1 is not
okay.
flag,
So what that tells us is that D1 could possibly be the flag because he didn't want a minor to come down.
D1 wedge? Question mark?
Wedge. We're going with wedge.
No tripod.
No, tripod works, but damn it, son, we're bringing back the wedge.
Yeah, this is just an incredible game. This is probably one of the best games I've ever seen. I'm not even going to lie to you because I think that the plays and tactics here are just insane.
Well, what I'm really enjoying is that Nemesis went down those early captains and is now really, grinding back in here.
That does suck, though. That does suck. But I think he does win the captain back, though.
Sure.
So it's good. It's 2 squared, so it's fine. Even if it's not 2 squared, he can just pull another major over. So, I mean, it's actually good. Now he's only got 2 captains, up to the lieutenant, up to sergeant.
And
down the minor, though. Piece. So, yeah. And it still has the whole general just blocking the whole setup. Actually, that's the colonel, yeah?
Now, here's something I've picked up on Winner. And I hate to talk about what people pick up on. But I do notice sometimes in his games, he stacks up pieces over his flag. And if we're looking at the H10 square, there's 3 pieces lined up. And I've seen this time and time again. He will line up pieces over whether they're movable or not, but he does do that. And so that is a real possibility that he didn't seem overly concerned about Nemesis coming in and opening up that. Not that he could have stopped it, but usually he's on that. And these are all considerations. So let's see what happens here.
The only thing that Winner has up his sleeve, Mantis, I think, in this game is where's the Southern Colonel? Where is the Southern Colonel?
That's a great
question. When is he going to join the game? I do think the Colonel for Nemesis, D7, am I right? Because it was the one that captured that sergeant. So I think the general was in the setup here. The general here on F5. I'm so I can't even remember the pieces because I'm so bewildered by this game. I don't even know. Like, did J7 move for winter? By the way, I don't think it has. Is it a bomb?
Yeah, well, I think the right now, what winter needs is a kernel exchange, and if
Yeah.
I think that's the
Because then,
that
'cause
puts a
then
lot of pressure. Okay,
and this could be it. I just lost a lieutenant there for nothing. That's not good. That's not good. I can't imagine what this is.
I bet you that's
The
a
only thing,
scout. Come,
yeah,
maybe I
yeah.
don't.
He must be trying to displace Nemesis's pieces a little bit here. That's the only
Yeah.
thing I can think.
Well, he wants to target that D1. I guarantee you that's what he's
Although,
thinking.
yeah, giving up that could be. I think though, like, there's he really like if Winter loses one more piece here, I don't think he's got enough to hold on. Okay, well he gets the sergeant back, so revealing a sergeant major there though. So another major revealed.
Nemesis bringing down this F file piece. I forgot if that was known
Is this
or not.
this must be the general?
Yeah.
I mean, it must be. I can't imagine he would want to trade. Is he going to go for Lotto here? Does he think he's resorted to Lotto? That's crazy. By the way, E10 still open for attack
Yeah. I don't
because
think,
there was a bomb on top. I don't think it's the flag, but
me neither.
again, but he knows Nemesis though. You know, maybe he's playing into the idea that he knows
Exchange. Wow, what a crazy.
Okay,
hit.
that's from that's from Nemesis. That's from
Oh
Nemesis.
yeah. Okay. Get rid of
Nemesis take. So simplifying the game even more for Nemesis, I think not bad, and this could be testing E10 here. Oh my God! And it's the
He
flag.
wins with the spy.
It was the flag. With the spy.
With the spy. A spy hit on the flag. Let's go. Let's
And winner
effing go.
now.
2
With
to
the
1.
first loss, Nemesis with the first one, 2-1. Nemesis with an amazing comeback.
What a great game. Going down the captains and then being able to course correct. Yeah, sure, Winner made a mistake there hitting with the Colonel.
Yeah, it should have been a scout or something.
And going for it. But once again, this is why we're tuning in, is to watch these exciting matches. Hopefully this goes 7 games, bud. If I'm watching any sporting event, I don't care what it is, I want game 7. I want game 7. And that's what hopefully what we see.
7.
You know, Winner, I'll tell you this one thing. Nemesis told me he would be happy if he won just one game. That's where his reasoning was like, does he want to win every game? Sure. Does he think he can? Yes. But he's like, based off of their record over the last year or so, he was like, if I win one, I'll be happy. And if I play well, I'll be happy. So winning this game is fantastic, and I think we can all, let's give a round of applause to both contestants. Once again, Winner, thank you, dude, for laying down the challenge to the kid. I know he was super excited to do this. When I talked to him today, I said, what are you going to do with Winner? He was skipping around. He told me, I don't even know. I just want to have fun. And that's what we saw here today. So great job.
100%. 100%. Man, what a phenomenal game. I just have to say again, like, I don't know if if I read that right, or maybe it was just a mistake and it just ended up being lucky for Nemesis. I don't know, but I'm going to go with my read on the situation that that was the most insane. And by the way, all 3 majors for Nemesis spawning on the 3rd rank on this setup, by the way.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's pretty wild, right? It's pretty wild.
Yeah, and again, with the read there, Nemesis, I mean, again, using the spy, but what a good read on that E10, because kind of like you were saying, the flag usually is stacked up in a different,
right,
where all the pieces are, but he knew he would maybe think that way.
Well, I think that was the one thing he had going for him was like, okay, I found the bomb, I opened it up. Let's test there first. Let's figure this out.
And I think maybe the idea, for Winner is, hey, I'm making no effort whatsoever to defend E10, so like, why would you think it is? But again, the spy is a completely worthless piece, so I don't know. It's hard to defend against a scouting piece like a spy, so
right,
or like to bluff off a spy or something. So no, incredible match.
Yeah, man,
going
I'm
inside,
proud. I'm
sorry.
proud of both of these kids. You know, I know that Winter's a young guy and the best in the game, online player right now, and you know he wants to win these games, and so does Nemesis. You know, so for them to go at it and be that aggressive, that's what we want to see. It's they were going for it, and what better way
Yeah.
to play a game than to be aggressive, be fast. I noticed both players still have half their time left, pretty much, and
Yeah.
they weren't messing around. I was about to swear, but I'm glad I didn't. So great job, guys. And Silverhammer, I noticed you got yourself a flag victory with your spy. Was that today or yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it when you go in with a spy and take the flag. Impressive. So I've been enjoying your matches, dude. And
Well, thank you. Maybe I'll tune on here tonight. We'll see.
it would be a disservice to the entire Stratego community if you did not log on tonight and kick some ass, or at least try. You know,
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that,
dude. I'm
So-
telling you right now, bud. You're the linchpin of the community, and we wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for your influence and, as I said, charisma, and it's fucking great. So I appreciate you. But and then I just dropped the F-bomb. Sorry, everybody.
Well, there you go. Merry Christmas, and so
Let's go.
So, any plans? Any insight to potentially game 4?
Who knows? I expect fireworks and the same stuff.
Right.
You know,
Any
Nemesis
timeline
will
on that game?
will probably go into the think tank, and he'll probably design 3 different setups for the next game, and just randomly choose based on whatever he's feeling. He might even say, "Chatbot, choose one of these setups." And maybe they'll do it for him, and he'll just go from there. The bottom line is that there's a lot of action going on. Nemesis won his first round or the playoff round today against Miss Ada, which was a pretty quick match. I have my match against Remy on Saturday, which I'm looking for, and I'm also playing Marcy. If you're still listening, I hope to kick Marcy's butt this weekend in the King
good
of
luck.
Stratego. Oh, and I can't. I'm not going to be live streaming it. If you are around and want to, if you want to live stream that game between the two of us, that'd be cool. Once again, no pressure, dude. I just appreciate you coming in. But if it's available and you want to do it, we'd love that. If not, Marcy, I will be doing a post-game analysis regardless of the outcome, and I look forward to challenging you and hopefully getting you. Bottom line is there's a lot of great Stratego happening right now on Strategus with all the tournaments. So if you're new to the game and are tuning in, please head over to Strategus and start tuning in and watching these games, the ones that are available. And I'm encouraging all of the Stratego community. A lot of people covet their games and they don't share them. If we want to promote this, share your game, show people your matches, let them see the techniques and the fun and the excitement, and that's how we're going to grow this game, people. So let's go Silverhammer. Anything you want to add before we log off of here?
Well, speaking about tournaments, there's a couple considerations. Number one, the leagues are going to be finishing up soon. That's correct.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting to see who gets to stay in Grands, who gets demoted, and who gets promoted up from Open. I'm sure you are. Are you a lock for getting up to Expert?
I don't
next
even,
season?
to be honest, bro, I am not even familiar with all of the nuances. I just play and hope to win, and wherever I end up, great.
Well, you're doing great on the standings, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, well,
you're 5-1-1, so yeah.
Yeah, I took first place in my division, which I was thrilled about. And
For your group, yeah.
Yeah. So
amazing.
my take on it is I usually play a little bit more locked in when there's something at stake. And that's just, I've been playing terrible as of late. I'm like 320 ELO right now. And I'm just like winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one. But when it comes time for a showdown, I usually lock in and play a little bit better. So hopefully I can continue that and win my next match against Remy. And it is what it is, bro. As I said, I'm an average Stratego player, and I'm just have a great time playing the game.
I love that.
Regardless of the outcome. Sure I want to win. I'm a competitor, dude. I've been playing sports my whole life. I'm a martial artist. I've been kicking people's ass for 25 years, man. And so regardless of
Nice.
whether it's checkers, chess, or anything, I want to win. But the bottom line is I enjoy the camaraderie, the way we can sit here and get in the discords and talk to our fellow players and really learn something, not just about the game, but about each other. And it's been a real fun, dude. It's like I said, for you and I to be able to sit here and chat for someone I watched for like 10 years, and now I consider you a friend and a brother.
Oh man,
Yeah, we've never
I appreciate that.
dude. And I'm 55, and what are you, 26?
26, man, 26.
My God, I could be your father. The bottom line is, we're just discovering this game in a whole new level, as far as I'm concerned. And
Yeah.
let's go.
Well, hey, anything's possible. Two things I want to say for sure.
Yeah.
When it comes to strategists, there very well could be towards the end of this year, beginning of next year, potentially some tournaments coming. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to spoil anything, but I got some stuff in the works. And
Well, if there's anything I can do to help in any capacity, dude.
and it very much could be. So something I've posted in the past essentially could be coming back. That's all I'll say.
Well, let's do it, baby. Let's go.
And in the very long run, I don't know about 2026, but I mean, I definitely have been talking to some people and trying to figure some stuff out. I think there's very much a possibility in the long run of a USA tournament eventually. So, live over the board USA tournament. So,
Okay.
I don't know about the logistics, how it's all going to work out, where it's going to take place, but I've already started trying to get that figured out. So, obviously, that's something that's going to take a long time and a lot of.
Hey, bro, keep me in the loop.
effort.
I'm pretty resourceful and savvy, and I'll help you anyway.
Oh yeah. I will be using a lot of people. I just want to get some teasers out there for the general public that are watching this on playback or live right now, because it's been far too long since there's been an actual live over the board event, and because there has been a couple for USA before, but it's been a long time. So, nonetheless, that's all I got. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in. And I'm excited. I'm excited for Game 4.
Me too, dude.
And King of Strategists with you and Marcy. That's going to be huge.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Like I said, Marcy's a top flight player, and I'm going to need to be dialed in. And if you're listening, Marcy, I'm going to lotto the crap out of you, so you better get prepared for that.
Ooh.
Yeah. So enjoy
Better
that.
have some high bombs.
Yeah,
okay.
do some high bombs. Please do that. All right, brother, I got to go, man. Thanks again. I always appreciate your commentating, and you're the guy. You're the man. Let's go.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Good to see you, Mantis, and you guys take care.
You as well. Bye. Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next match. Bye now.